Gheranda Samhita Part 3. Mudra and Bandha. Mudra is a term meaning a gesture or a particular mood or feeling of consciousness. The bandhas are in fact physical and psychic locks which disrupt the sensations being created in the nerves inside the body and brain and awaken other specific kinds of sensations. The main aim of mudras and bandhas is to help attain an inner state in which external emotions and events do not scatter the mental state. One should be able to keep the mind one-pointed in prayer or meditation and not allow any negative feelings or reactions to manifest internally. Mahamudra, Nabho Mudra, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhar Bandha, Mula Bandha, Mahabandha, Mahabheda Mudra, Khechri Mudra, Viprita Karani Mudra, Yoni Mudra, Vajroni Mudra, Shakti Chalini Mudra, Tadgi Mudra, Manduki Mudra, Shambhavi Mudra, the 5 dharnas or concentrations, Ashwini, Pashini, Kaki, Matangini and Bhujangini are the 25 mudras. These enable yogis to attain siddhi, perfection or mastery. O Goddess, I have imparted the knowledge of mudras. Mere knowledge of these provides mastery. Their knowledge provides bliss to yogis. This knowledge is not easily accessible even to the gods. Always keep this knowledge secret. Bandha, 4 locks. The first of the 4 bandhas is Jalandhara Bandha, contraction of the neck region. The second bandha is Uddiyana Bandha, contraction of the abdomen. The third bandha is Mula Bandha. The muscles of the urethra and anus are separate. In order to control the urge to urinate, the urethra is tightened, not the anus. Confining the contraction to the urethra is Vajroli Mudra. When the contraction is confined to the anus, it is Ashwini Mudra. Contraction of the area between the two is Mula Bandha. The fourth bandha is Mahabandha, which combines the first 3 bandhas and transforms the energy patterns of the body. Mula Bandha, perineum contraction. With the left heel, press the genital region between the anus and testes and contract the anus. Make an effort to press the navel knot or complex close to the spinal column and firmly press the genital organ with the right heel. This is Mula Bandha. It helps in attaining victory over old age. Aspirants who wish to move beyond samsara, the materialistic world, should practice this mudra in a hidden place. With the practice, Marut Siddhi is certain. Therefore, it should be practiced with effort, silently and without laziness. Jalandhara Bandha, throat lock. Contract the throat and place the chin on the chest. This becomes Jalandhara Bandha. It gives control over the 16 bases. This great mudra by the name of Jalandhara Bandha gives victory over death. Mastery over Jalandhara Bandha provides siddhis to yogis, and by practicing it for just 6 months a yogi definitely becomes a perfected being. Uddiyana Bandha, abdominal contraction. Contract the upper abdomen, above the navel, towards the back equally. As a result, the great bird, prana, rises upward. It is called Uddiyana Bandha. It is the lion which challenges the elephant of death. Uddiyana Bandha is the foremost bandha. One attains liberation easily by its practice. Mahabandha, the great lock. Close the anus with the left heel, press the left heel with the right foot with effort, slowly expand and contract the perineum and retain pranavayu through Jalandhara Bandha. This is called Mahabandha. It is superior to all other bandhas and is the destroyer of old age and death. All desires are fulfilled by the grace of this bandha. Panchadharna. 5 concentration practices. Prithvi Dharana, concentration on earth. The color of the earth element is yellow like opiment, a yellow mineral used as a pigment. The bija or seed mantra is Lam, it is square in shape and Brahma is the god. Manifest it with the yogic power, retain it in the heart and hold the prana there up to 5 ghati, about 2 hours. It is known as Prithvi Mudra or Adhodharna Mudra. After mastering it, a practitioner becomes the conqueror of the earth. One who practices Prithvi Dharna wins over death and wanders over the earth as a Siddha, a perfected person. Ambhasi Dharana, concentration on water. The color of water is bright white like that of a conch, moon or lotus. Its bija mantra is Svam and its god is Lord Vishnu. Retaining the focus on this element in the heart, become one-pointed and hold the prana by kumbhaka up to 5 ghati, about 2 hours. This mudra is known by the name of Ambhasi Dharna. Leaving aside all worries, breathe in deeply, retain the breath up to 5 ghati and meditate on the water element. Meditate on the merits, demerits, yantra and symbol of the water element. By this dharna all the pains, heat and sins of a human being are destroyed, i.e. internal heat and excitement are finished. By doing this practice, no harm can come to a person even in deep water. It is an important mudra and it is imperative to keep it secret. If a practitioner describes this practice to others or discloses this technique, then his siddhi is destroyed. This is the truth. Agni Dharana, concentration on fire. The region of fire is the navel region. Its color is red. Its yantra is a triangle. Its mantra is Ramran and its deity is Rudra. This fire element is full of streaming light, luster, radiance and is the provider of siddhi, perfection. Manifesting it by yogic power, retain the prana with one-pointedness for 5 ghati, about 2 hours. By practicing it, fear of death vanishes and no harm is done by fire. It is called Vaishvanari Dharna. If a sadhaka falls into a raging fire, he will not die due to the powerful effect of this mudra. Vaivya Dharna, concentration on air. The color of Vayu, air, is light black like that of collyrium or smoke. Its bija mantra is Yam Yam. This tattva has sattvic properties. Having manifested it by yogic power, retain the prana Vayu up to 2 hours with one-pointedness. With the practice of this mudra, by the name of Vaivya Dharna, a sadhaka achieves the power to travel in space and cannot die due to air. This major mudra destroys old age and death and enables one to fly in space. This dharna should never be disclosed to an undevoted and wicked person. By doing so, siddhi is destroyed. My above statement is true. Akashi Dharna, concentration on space or ether. The color of Akash Tattva, the ether element, is like the pure water of the ocean. Its bija mantra is Hamha and its deity is Sadashiva. This Nabhodrana mudra is perfected by retaining pranavayu for up to 2 hours. With a peaceful mind it then opens the gate to liberation. A yogi who knows Akashi Dharna does not fall prey to death and does not perish even during pralaya, cosmic destruction. Mudra. Mahamudra, the great attitude. Press the anal region with the left heel, stretch the right leg in front, hold the toes of the right foot with both hands and keep the gaze focused at the eyebrow center and contract the throat. It is called Mahamudra. Tuberculosis, kapha disorders, constipation, enlarged spleen, prolonged fever and other diseases are cured by this practice and the body attains health. Nabho Mudra, Sky Mudra. Wherever one is and during all activities, a yogi should keep the tongue turned upward and retain the breath. Nabho Mudra destroys all the disorders of a yogi. Khechri Mudra, Space Mudra. The nadi connecting the tongue and the root of the tongue, which is located underneath the tongue, is to be severed and the tip of the tongue is to be moved continuously. By applying butter and with the help of Dohan Kriya, the milking process, it is to be pulled with iron forceps. With daily practice the tongue becomes elongated. Its length should be so increased that it can reach the eyebrow center. Khechri Mudra is then accomplished. In this way the tongue should gradually be inserted into the root of the palate. By folding the tongue upward and backward, it should be taken right up to the nasal cavity. Keep the awareness fixed at the eyebrow center at that time. This is Khechri Mudra. Mahabheda Mudra, great piercing attitude. In the same way that the beauty, Youth and elegance of a woman are useless without a man. Similarly, Mula Bandha and Mahabandha are also fruitless without Mahabedh. First practice Mahabandha, then, while performing Uddiyana Bandha, retain the air through Kumbhaka. This has been called Mahabedh. The yogis who perform Mahabandha and Mula Bandha along with Mahabedh daily are considered the best of all yogis. They are neither affected by old age nor the fear of death. The best of the yogis should keep it secret. Viparita Krani Mudra, inverted psychic attitude. The sun plexus is located at the root of the navel and the moon plexus is located at the root of the palate. A person dies when the sun consumes nectar secreted by the moon, but when the Chandra Nadi consumes the nectar, there is no fear of death. Therefore, the sun is to be brought up and the moon is to be brought down. This is Viparita Karani Mudra, which is secret. By all standards. Place the head on the ground, provide support with both hands and raise both legs. This is Viparita Karani Mudra. By practicing it daily, old age and death are eliminated. The practitioner of this mudra attains siddhi, perfection, in all the lokas, worlds, and is not grieved even at the time of dissolution of the universe. Yoni Mudra, attitude of the source. Sit in Siddhasana and close the ears with both thumbs, both eyes with the index fingers, both nostrils with the middle fingers and the mouth with the ring fingers and little fingers. With the help of Kaki Mudra, pull the prana and join it with apna, and keeping the awareness at the 6 chakras in the body, awaken Kundalini Shakti with the mantras Hum and Hamsa and bring the Jivatma, individual soul, along with it to Sahasrara. There should be the silent feeling at that time that I am moving comfortably along with Shiva and enriched by Shakti. With the union of Shiva and Shakti I have become blissful Brahman too. This is Yoni Mudra. By means of this mudra one becomes liberated from sins like killing a Brahman or a fetus, drinking alcohol or polluting the bed of the teacher. Yoni Mudra is a top secret kriya. It is not easily accessible even to the gods. Those who achieve mastery over it by regular practice attain samadhi. All the major sins, minor sins, etc. of the universe are erased by Yoni Mudra. Thus, it should be practiced by people seeking salvation. Vajroni Mudra, thunderbolt attitude. Place both hands firmly on the ground and lift both the feet and the head into the sky. Learned ones have named it Vajroni Mudra, which facilitates the flow of energy and provides one with life. This mudra is the best, it provides mukti, liberation, and siddhi, perfection, to yogis and is favorable. A sadhaka becomes competent in Urdhvretas Tattva due to the blessing of Bindu Siddhi, and once Bindu Siddhi is achieved, what work cannot be accomplished on this earth? Even pursuers of enjoyments can certainly achieve all the siddhis by perfecting this mudra. Shakti Chalini Mudra. Attitude of moving the energy. In Mooldhara, where Kundalini sleeps in the form of a serpent with 3.5 coils, a living being remains in the state of an animal, ignorance, as long as the Kundalini remains sleeping. Therefore, one should keep on practicing until such time as knowledge manifests. Just as a door opens only when the lock is opened with a key, in the same way Brahmarantra can only be opened when Kundalini is awakened. It should be practiced in a secluded place with the navel covered with a piece of cloth tied around it. Practicing this mudra naked in the open is prohibited. A soft piece of cloth, about 10 cm wide and 23 cm long, is secured around the navel by a thread tied around the waist. Smear ash on the body, sit in Siddhasana and while pulling the prana, merge it with apna. Keep the anus contracted by means of Ashwini Mudra as long as the Sushumna passage is not cleared or lighted. Thus, with the air held by Kumbhaka, Kundalini in the form of a serpent awakens and stands upright in the passage. Yoni Mudra cannot be perfected without the practice of Shakti Chalini Mudra. First practice Shakti Chalini Mudra, then practice Yoni Mudra. O Chanda Kapali, thus, practice this Shakti Chalini Mudra daily which I have told you of, and keep it secret as far as practicable. Whosoever practices it attains all the siddhis, including Vigraha Siddhi, and all diseases are destroyed or overcome. Tadgi Mudra, Water Pot Mudra. Sit in Paschimottanasana and expand the abdomen as if it were full of water. This is an important mudra which removes the fear of old age and death. Manduki Mudra, Frog Mudra. Keeping the mouth closed, the tongue should be rotated inside the palate and nectar flowing from Sahasrara should be slowly tasted by the tongue. This is called Manduki Mudra. By this practice, wrinkling of the body and graying of the hair cease and permanent youth is attained. Shambhavi Mudra. Attitude for arousing superconsciousness. Steady the gaze at the eyebrow center, on oneself. This is a very secret tantric practice. The Vedas, Shastras and Atma or soul, and meditate. This is Shambhavi Mudra. If Puranas are like an ordinary woman and Shambhavi Mudra is like a bride. Practitioners of this practice are themselves Adinath Narayana and Brahma, the creator of this world. Take this saying as absolutely true, that a person knowing Shambhavi Mudra is Maheshwara, is Brahman in reality. Shambhavi Mudra has been described above, now the series of 5 concentrations, Pachadharna, is explained. After having attained Siddhi, mastery, over it, what work cannot be accomplished or perfected? After having attained mastery over these 5 concentration practices, a human being can even go to heaven and return in the body. Through these dharnas one becomes as swift as the mind and one achieves Kechratva, the ability to move in space. Ashwini Mudra, Horse Mudra. Contracting and expanding the anal region repeatedly is called Ashwini Mudra. It awakens Kundalini. This mudra is the destroyer of diseases pertaining to the anus and reproductive system, the provider or enhancer of physical energy and the savior from untimely death. Pashini Mudra, Noose Mudra. Taking both the legs behind the neck, hold them together firmly like a noose. This is Pashini Mudra for awakening energy. It provides strength and vitality. A yogi desirous of Siddhi should practice it with effort. Kaki Mudra, Crow Mudra. Inhale slowly through the mouth, shaping it like the beak of a crow. This is Kaki Mudra, the destroyer of all ailments. This great mudra should be kept secret by all means. By practicing this mudra, relief from all disorders is achieved. Just like a crow, one becomes free from disease. Matangini Mudra, Elephant Mudra. Standing in water up to the throat, inhale deeply, drawing water up through the nostrils and expelling water out of the mouth. It should be practiced repeatedly. This great mudra is known as Matangini Mudra. When it is perfected, there is no fear of old age and death, and a yogi becomes powerful like an elephant and always remains happy. It should be practiced with concentration in a quiet, secluded place away from other people. This mudra should be perfected with sincere effort. Bhujangini Mudra, Serpent Mudra. Opening the mouth wide enough, suck air through the throat. This is known as Bhujangini Mudra. Once it is mastered, all abdominal disorders are removed, old age and death are eliminated. Conclusion on Mudra and Bandha. O Chanda Kapali, here I have told you about the various mudras, which all fulfill the desires of keeping away old age and death. Do not teach them to evil or undeserving people who lack devotion. These mudras are not even accessible to the gods. Both worldly enjoyments and liberation are attained through these mudras. They should only be imparted to those who have surrendered themselves to the Guru, belong to a good family and whose minds are the abode of peace. With daily practice all diseases are eliminated and the digestive fire is activated. The worries of old age and death disappear. A practitioner is neither touched by death nor old age, nor has any fear of water, air or fire. 20 types of kapha problems such as asthma and colds are eliminated by practicing the described mudras. There is no doubt about this. O Chanda, I have explained to you everything about mudras and there is nothing else to tell you. There is no other practice in the world like mudra which enables you to achieve success and completeness.